Alright guys, I'm back again with another video. Sorry it's been so long. Essentially what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be replacing both these wing mirrors for folding ones. And I'm going to guide you how to do this step by step. I don't have memory seats. So these seats are... I'll show you. Yeah, these are just normal seats. As you can see, there's nothing special about these. These are the ones that just move back and forth basically. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to first disconnect the battery from the front, because I've got a 330e, 3 batteries, one at the front, one at the back, and then the main hybrid battery disconnectors at the back as well. So the fuse box is actually located at the front left side for me, because I have a right-hand drive car. So I know most of my viewers are from Europe and they're not really from the UK, so if you have to do this mod, your fuse box will be on this side, mine is on this side. So yeah, this will be interesting. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take or disassemble this glove box. There's gonna be wires routing through to the fuse box. We need to pull one wire through. Then I'm gonna actually have to test which side works, because with this retrofit, one side already works, but you have to get the other side working, if that makes sense. So that'll mean removing the door cards. So yeah, removing these door cards. I already removed this one before. It's a pain in the ass. BMW don't make it easy. And yeah, sorry if the interior is looking a bit dirty. You haven't had time to clean it, but yeah, stay tuned. Another thing as well, I might as well show you. Right, so that's the battery disconnected right there. A little tour of my garage. Right, so this is where we're gonna make the wiring loom. It's not gonna be a botch job. We're gonna actually solder the wires properly, because you have to do that, or you can crimp them, whichever way works best for you really. Right, so here, as you can see, I am in the process, because I've got 2 folding mirrors, but they are matte instead of gloss, so I'm just spray painting it. So I've done 1 coat, I'm going to do another 2. Should look good. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna need 3 wires changed, basically 3 wires, that's it. And yeah, we'll get to it. So first what we're going to do is we're going to start with this door card. What we're going to do is we're going to remove this trim panel here. There are, I believe, 2 screws or 3, I'm not 100% sure, I'm pretty sure it's 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to remove this piece here, unclip the connector, and then slowly just start pulling the clips out. Be warned though, these clips are quite fragile and they are prone to breaking, so I might link a part in the description, basically the clip where you can buy it from, because I know these do break, and if not all the clips are connected, then like when you're playing music or something, the speakers will rattle, or even if you're driving, the car will rattle, which is really annoying. I don't like it. So yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah, so I've finally taken off the trim panel. It wasn't easy. Basically, there is a gap here that you can kind of, not a gap really, but you have to kind of force a plastic spudger down here, and it'll unclip it from the top, and then pull this top piece off from here after it's fully unclipped, and then pull it out like that, and you'll see there's a little clip that kind of makes you pull it out that way. Otherwise you'll break this clip. You don't want to break that one. Another thing to note quickly, you have these metal clips here. You do not want to lose these, because it helps with basically clipping in the trim. But yeah, so now there's 2 T20s here, 1 here and then 1 in there. So yeah, just get a Torx T20 bit, undo those, then we're going to take this out, this window switch. We're going to be replacing that, by the way, with the folding mirror one, because there's a little button here somewhere at the top, and then it allows the mirrors to fold, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Right, so I've undone those 2 panels, or screws, sorry. You can see it's moving a bit, it's creaking as well. So now we have to take this window mirror switch. It's not the easiest because you're actually meant to take it out from here, but unfortunately there's a clip there. You can try taking it out from here. It doesn't actually work. I've tried taking it out from here and actually the top fascia or fascia or whatever came off and the thing was still clipped inside. Typical BMW, really. So yeah, this is really the best way to do it. I don't know how you'll do it without damaging the clip because there's a clip at the top, but it's kind of the only way, really. Right, there you go. So there it is. And because I've taken it off already before, yeah, that clip is broken now. It won't just break off fully. I'd advise there's not really any way easier to do that. That's the thing, it's a pain in the arse. The clip will bend in or it'll bend out. And what you need to do is you need to basically kind of, I know this sounds bad, but you kind of have to super glue it back in place when you clip it back in. I don't know why BMW made it that way. Maybe there's a better way, but every YouTube video I've seen, they always end up breaking that clip. And that's the only easy way to do it. Otherwise you damage the leather here. So yeah, it's a trade-off, isn't it, really? You undo this clip here. If I can undo that, that would be great. There you go. And that should just undo like that. So this is the old one. You'll notice that it's got 9 pins inside. The other one that we have actually has less pins than this because it works in a different way. These two folding mirrors, or these aren't folding mirrors, but the ones I'll be replacing them with will be folding and have ECUs inside them. So they actually, what this does is it just sends a signal through a wire to the ECU to tell it to fold, tell it to move up and down. It's smarter than these basic ones, which need more pins to work. Anyway, to stop rambling, what we need to do now is we need to remove this door card. So what I would do is I would start from the bottom here. You start from the bottom here, use like a plastic spudger. You want something a bit bigger than this, I'd say. Don't use a screwdriver, use something plastic because you don't want to end up damaging the door card either. So yeah. Right, so the door card has been removed. There's 4 things that you have to remove. You have to remove this, unclip it from here. It's held in like that. Unclip it from here. I mean, if you need more information on how to remove the door card, just search on YouTube. It's pretty simple. But yeah. What the fuck? Start by unclipping from here. As you can see, someone has already unclipped it. Or tried even before me, because I've taken it off once before. But before that, someone had pried with a screwdriver. See, this is what happens when you pry with a screwdriver. You get all of these dents and it looks nasty. You can't see it, but it doesn't look nice. That's the thing. Yeah, anyway, so you unclip from here. You'll see that this whole thing kind of unclips from here. Be wary when you're unclipping it from here. I can see a person, yeah, he might have had an issue there. What can happen is if you put too much force here, the door card can actually crimp. So it can actually like damage the door card. And then you'd kind of have messed up leather in that area. So what you need to do here is you need to get your plastic spudger tool, put it in here and kind of yank on it, and then it should just kind of unclip this clip here, because this clip here ends up damaging a lot of door cards on a lot of BMWs that I've seen. Yeah, and then you've got the other ones are fairly simple, and then you kind of just lift up and then these should unclip. Now what we're going to do is we are actually going to take this section here off. So it's like the tweeter cover, as you can see. This is fairly simple as well. You kind of pull it from here. Actually, no, I'll just show you. So you've got this here. Just undo it slowly. There we go. As you can see, it kind of just pulls out like that. You can slowly just start taking this off. Don't take off too much. About that much is enough. And then, as you can see, there are 3, I believe these are also T20s. Let me actually check. Wait a second. No, these are bigger, so they might be 25s. But yeah, these are 3 screws here, and then you can undo the connector. As you can see, there's a small connector here. There's a little switch or clip here. Just put that clip in from both sides, and it should just come out like that. Fairly simple. Right, so those were actually T30 Torx bits, my mistake. I've taken them off, fairly easy. You just kind of pull it out from the other side, and then you're left with this. There you go. And essentially it's fairly easy to take off. And what you will notice is there are 6 pins in this one. In the folding ones there are 5, not 6. So yeah, we'll get to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disassemble this, and then I'm just going to kind of, in a way, mix and match both, because the other one is not glossy, but I can take this this all off except for this part here. So you can't take this part off, but you can take the rest of the mirror off, if that makes sense. And then that's the reason why I'm spraying lacquer on that one and making a gloss. So yeah, it should just kind of match. Yeah, that's it. And now we're just gonna do the other side now. As you can see, I've done this side as well. Same principle. Got the 4 cables. You've taken them off to unclip from here. I'm pretty sure this is the one which actually works. It's plug and play, and the other one is not plug and play. Yeah, it's the same thing really. And then we've got the mirror there. So yeah, we'll now get to wiring. So we're going to take the fuse box out, and we're going to basically route a wire through. First, what we have to do is we have to take the glove box off, so that's going to be interesting. Glove box, take this side panel off, and then yeah, underneath there we'd have to route the wire. Right, so now we've moved on to the glove box section. So we've had to take out 2 screws from the bottom. So you can see 1 screw there, and 1 screw here, if you can see that there. So there's 2 screws, and this just kind of comes down like that. And then from there we'll just continue. Then we can unclip this part as well. So yeah, get to it. So next, what I've removed is this trim panel here. It goes in a bit like that and clips in. So what you need to do is, with both your hands, you need to pull this thing off. What is this called? Like seal, door seal. You have to pull it off just enough. Don't pull it off too much. You can get your plastic tool, put it in between here and in here, and then lift up that piece there. Lift it up enough. In the UK, because we have the airbag thing here, you'll have this connector. It just pulls out like a simple connector, and that's it. So yeah, you've got that pulled out. And you'll see your little bolt for the glove box. Just remove that bolt. Right, so now once you've removed that bolt, so we took this under tray off, and essentially what I did was I removed these 2 T20s here. Now the T20 will be here, and one will also be there. So you've got to remove it. Sorry for the rubbish camera angle, but I'm sure you can see that. And then hopefully, I think there's another 4 screws, and then yeah, should be able to get the glove box out, and then hopefully make some progress. Alright, so before we go into the glove box, there's actually 2 more T20s. So there's one there and there's one there. So These two I've already unscrewed, so there's actually 4 T20s that you have to remove from underneath. And then this should be the last of that, and now you can open the glove box and you'll see that there are 4 T20s there, and hopefully the glove box should come out. Right, now that you've removed that, you'll see that the glove box should just hopefully come out. Just give me 1 second. After a lot of persuasion, I finally got the connector out. It turns out it's actually melted or something. I don't know, like this connector wasn't coming out. This one came out fairly easily, 2 clips on the side. I think there might be an airbag on the glove box somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. Or it might be for something else, I don't know. But yeah. Okay, so that's the glove box. Now you'll be able to see a bunch of wires, which is a good thing. So now what we want to do is we want to try and locate where the wires come in from. So now we're going to have to move to the front of the car and basically take the fuse box out. So yeah, that'll be interesting. And also I've figured out from testing that it's actually this side mirror which needs the wires passed through, not the other side, thank God. It's just this side. So in Europe, if your steering wheel is on this side, because obviously it's not right-hand drive, it's left-hand drive, then yeah, your mirror on the other side won't be working, but the mirror on this side will be working. But for us in the UK, this mirror is the one that needs the pins. Right, so I've just removed this little panel here. So 1, 2, 3 10mm bolts. They stay inside. You just have to rotate it. And yeah, it just comes out. So there's our fuse box, and if we look closely, we just get rid of this. Right. If we look closely inside here, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but there are wires routing inside. It's like a little tunnel or something. So yeah, we need to basically get into that and pass wires through, or just one wire actually. Yeah, so I'll get this open and then we'll just go from there. Right, so I finally got the fuse box out. What I did was, this is clipped in. There's actually clips right on the side here, so it's in like this. You put a flathead in, right, like so, here, tilt it up, put some pressure on, and then it'll release. That's it. Now we'll get this out and I'll show you what to do from here. It is a bit difficult on this one because this is a 330E, so there's a lot of like garbage or wiring that goes into this connector right here. So yeah, that's something to take note of if you do this on a 330E. There's a bit less clearance, but otherwise, yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so yeah, get this fuse box out and you will need to locate this green connector here. We'll just get this green connector out. I'll show you just how to do that. Right, so I finally got that out, and essentially how it was there was this little red thing. I used a flathead again, pulled this down with the flathead, and then I put the flathead there. There's a bit of space in there, and then use a flathead to kind of pull down a bit. Then the whole connector kind of just unclips. So now essentially what we want to do is we want to put a pin into the second one. So you see 1, 2, you know, the one which has this wire underneath. If we need to put a wire into the slot above it, you can see that little metal thing inside, if you can see that. So yeah, we're gonna put one wire in there, and then hopefully that should allow us to get some voltage going. Right, so I've got my wiring loom here, and essentially we need this red grey wire, this one here, and it goes into that connector there. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to need to get some tweezers or something and pull this little flap up and then pull this wire out. I might need to extend this wire because it's going into this blue connector here, as you can see, and that probably won't be long enough. I'd say you need it to be fairly long because this wire is going to go from the fuse box and it's going to connect into the side panel. I'll show you where actually right now. So yeah, that will connect into, can you see that blue one? Can you see that blue little connector there? It's going to connect into there, so we need the wire to be fairly long so it can connect into there, and then from there we'll have wiring pins going from here, and then yeah, we'll get to that when it's time. No! Right guys, I'm back the next day and it turns out I didn't actually need to strip the car, so I've put everything back together. I actually took this off. I took the panels there off as well. I'm pretty sure I recorded that. I mean, I'll slap it all in anyway, fast forward it a bit, but I literally took all of that off. These have to come off anyway, and it turns out the solution, because I couldn't find the wires in fembody to actually, you know, do the mod or the retrofit. So there's wires in here, and the plug-in here is different to the one that was in the video that I was watching. So yeah, I couldn't really do that. So yeah. Right, so I've fitted the new folding mirrors on each side, and now I'm just gonna put the door panel or door card back on, and then yeah, should be good to go for coding. One thing when you're doing this, just make sure that this plastic trim is properly in place. You may clip it in from here, but from the outside you have to check. I know you probably can't see, but can you see, like, you have to check if it's lipped in to this rubber part. It has to be behind the rubber. It has to be lipped in and not on top of the rubber. That's when you know it's in properly. But yeah, otherwise fairly simple job, to be honest, and yeah, I didn't need to strip half the car for it. Right guys, so it's finally time to actually code these mirrors in. As you can see, the passenger side one was the one that didn't work, and from here I'm gonna adjust the internal mirror, and as you can see, it works as it should, which is perfect. Unfortunately, clicking the folding button does nothing because we have to code that in to new ECU. So yeah, regardless, we'll have to do that. Other things that work from the get-go is the indicators, so that's good. So yeah, we'll get on to coding now. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to code those folding mirrors that you've just installed into your car. First, we want to open up Esys launcher, check all the cheat codes are active, then click launch now. If you don't know how to install Esys, check out the YouTube video that I've made on my channel. It's free. I don't believe you should pay for something that should be free anyway. So essentially, a basic summary of what we're going to do is we are going to read the FA, save the FA, and then we're going to edit the saved FA, add in a sampler element, and that will actually be the ECU code or the code for the mirrors, which is 430, and then we are going to VO code this to fembody, which is where these mirrors connect to. Yeah, and then from there you should be able to fold and unfold the mirrors from the button, and also from the unlock and lock key. Also, a plus feature that I will be showing you is how to lock the car and fold the mirrors at the same time, because I know there's a bit of a delay, and yeah, we'll touch on that as well. Okay, so first what we want to do is we want to connect our car to Esys. So make sure you've got your Ethernet cable handy, plug it into the OBD reader, have your ignition on but not the car. Don't have the car started, have the ignition on basically. Scroll all the way down till you see F30 500 connection via VIN. That's perfect. Click connect. Take a bit of time, but yeah, should get there. Okay, there we go. Now what we want to do is we want to read the FA, and then what we also want to do is we want to just save this FA. So essentially what's happening right now when you save the FA is it's basically saving like this, it's like the structure of your car, or like the structure of the ECUs or something, or I'm not 100% sure myself, but what we need to do from there is we need to click edit. And now that we've clicked edit, we'll click on the FA. We're going to click on FZAU F30, open that, click on type, and then you'll see Salper or Saliper element. So yes, I actually butchered the name of that. So yeah, so you're going to click on that. You're going to click new Saliper elements, and you can see I've already added in 430, so I don't need to. So you'll add that in. You'll click new Saliper element. Then it's going to ask you what you want to call it. Call it 430, like so. Click the enter button. And then from there, you want to go into FA, right click, calculate FP, and then it's going to show you things over here, basically. And then that's it. Then what you do is you click expert mode, VCM. It's going to say, do you want to save the changes made? It's going to come with a little dialog box here. You're going to click yes. Yeah. And that's basically it. Sorry. Yeah. So click on coding, sorry, not VCM. Now what you want to do is you want to read VCM. And now from there, it's actually very, very simple. So read the VCM. First, what you want to do is you want to activate the FA. Activate the FA. And then you want to go down. And because you've made that adjustment, it would have actually refreshed the FA because you made that adjustment. So now you can actually code fembody. So you just click code and then it'll code it. And that's it. Another thing that I want to touch on is, so read coding data. We're going to generate a CAFT file. So do that first. Click on code, like I said. It will come up with a little dialog box here. It will show you a progress bar. So click continue. And then once you've clicked close, it should come up with like a green or like a dialog box with green writing in it. Click close on that. Right, so we will read the coding data. It should generate a CAFT file. Yep, that's fine. Open this. Edit FDL. And there we go. Okay, so from here, what we want to do is we want to go to 3053, which is PW master. Open this. Open functioning. And then from here you'll see loads and loads of different things come up. And you're probably thinking, why do we need to edit any of this? Because we've already coded the VO. It's because, as I said, if you want to engage the folding mirrors instantly when you click the lock button on your remote or your key, then this is what you have to do. So yeah. So you want to go to comfort squareless. So this one here. Open this. or glisten, and then you'll see word say is 0F. So what we're going to do is we are going to make this 00. So we're going to edit this value, put 00, and then here you're going to click apply changes. Once you've applied changes, you can click the back button here, and it says it's still open. Should it be saved? Yes, save that. And then from there, what you need to do is you need to code FDL. And that's basically it. It's very, very simple, really. But yeah, that should be it. And now, yeah, you should be able to fold the mirrors, and they basically should fold when you click the lock button. Right, so we're back after coding. Got the mirrors there. Click the button here. There you go. The mirrors are closing as they should. Click it again and they open as they should. Couple of things. So these are dimming mirrors. So I'm just going to shine my phone into the sensor. As you can see, there's a little sensor thing there. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but the mirrors have actually dimmed. And yeah, you won't see it because obviously the light won't show on there. But yeah, these mirrors do indeed dim. So yeah, that's all from just adding in that code into the FA. Another thing, so I added a bit extra code as well, where you can literally just click the lock button and the mirrors close instantly. I don't personally want to be holding down the lock button or double tapping it to lock or to fold the mirrors. They should just fold like when you close the car, right? Or lock the car like any other car would. Yeah, I would say by far this is probably the best feature that I have added to this car, bar the screen upgrade and the FLA. Heated steering is, you know what, now I think about it, it's alright, but the other functionality is more important, I think, especially when you don't want your mirrors getting hit. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support, and honestly, again, I'm sorry for not uploading. It's been like, what, 60 days since I last uploaded. So yeah, there will be more content coming. Again, I know someone asked me, look, they wanted to see me code the eDrive and then the logo that shows up on there. I will do that at some point, but I bought all of this stuff. So I bought this, the steering, the mirror, this mirror, and then a lot of other things like in one go. So I just wanted to get them all fitted before I started doing some more like Esys coding. So now that's done, I will get onto the software side more. But yeah, if you have any issues, do let me know. Drop a comment down below. I'll respond. I always do. I might respond a bit late, but I will respond for sure. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. So yeah, I actually forgot to show you how it would lock. So I just click the key once, and as you can see, the mirrors fold, and that's it. Click it again and they unfold, and that's it. Simple as that. Thank you for watching.